Hello everybody, this is the third video in a 5-part series on do less and create more. 5 ways to make your business grow and grow and grow. And this is an energetic conversation. And that is because energy is actually what creates. And so many of us know that, and then we give up on our awareness in favor of doing it the way everybody else tells you to do. That was my journey with business for many years in the beginning. I started my first business when I was 27. I didn't think I knew anything about anything. And I hired coaches that told me what to do, and I diligently did what they told me to do, even though it didn't make sense energetically to me. And guess what? It didn't really work. My business kind of eked along for a long time until I found the tools of Access Consciousness and Joy of Business, which is a specialty area of Access Consciousness. And I was started to be invited to actually know what I know and be as different as I am, even in the creation of business. I got over the point of view that I didn't know what I was doing. And I started to get curious about what it was that I knew, what made sense to me, and what was different about me that I could bring to what I was creating in my business and in the world. And amazingly enough, my business, my income actually grew an average of 57% a year for about 7 years. For the first 7 years that I added the tools of Access Consciousness and primarily really started looking at what was true for me. So today, this video is an invitation for you to know what you know and to be willing to be different. The things that you know and the things that are different about you, let's just look at it this way. What if your difference is your superpower? So many of us we're very different creatures. We have different awareness. We function in a different way. We can't really do things the way that you're supposed to do them. That's how it always was for me. And yet one of the things that I used to do is really ignore that and just be like, well, but I don't know what I'm doing, so I need to do it. I need to forget about the cluelessness that I thought I had so that I could do it the way other people wanted me to or were telling me to. But I was throwing out my greatest superpower in that by not being celebrating my difference and looking for my difference and exploring my difference and bringing it to the table. One of the ways this has shown up for me is in just how I create my business, how I work with my team, how creation for me is it can be very kind of it flows, it ebbs and it flows. And I now know, when it's time to spring into action around something and when it isn't. I'm willing to function really differently with money and how I pay people and look at the energy of the deals that I make with people. Willing to honor people with money in ways that wouldn't be standard business practice in other, in other forums. And interact with my clients and my creations in a way that is just how it makes sense to me. And it's not doing business by any sort of standard practices at all. In fact, a lot of the things that I do in my business are probably things that no business expert would tell you to do, but I don't care because it's me. And it has been so relaxing to function from that, the difference of me. It has been so fruitful. It has been abundant. It has allowed my business to grow in ways that I never imagined. And it's blown me away. Each one of us has so much unique awareness about how things tick, how they work, what creation is for you. What do you know about what creation is, about how creation works, about what business is and what it isn't? What makes sense to you? When you follow that and you're willing to be as different as you are, doing things very unconventionally and very out of the box, you actually begin to create a different future for you, a different future for your business, a different way of being in the world that might end up being a beautiful invitation to people around you to also explore for them what is true and what is different. But the most important thing is that you can start to then enjoy the process of creation. You then start to enjoy the art of business and the beauty of commerce in a way that is true for you. You will find your greatest superpowers in the creation of your business and creating from a space of relaxation when you allow yourself to move in a way that is true for you. And when you look to the difference that you are and you embrace it and you allow yourself to run with it and see what shows up. There's so many of these types of conversations woven through the Business Done Different class. And it's a Joy of Business specialty class as part of Access Consciousness. And it's one of my favorite classes because we really get into the nitty-gritty of each person that's there and what's true for them. What's true for you? What do you know? What is the difference that you are that nobody else knows, nobody else is, nobody else has access to, that if you harness that, your whole business will flourish and your life will as well. I always say to people, you have a monopoly on your business. No matter what you do, no matter how many other people do what you do, you have a monopoly, because when you be yourself and you do business from what's true for you and how you tick, nobody else can replicate that. There's no competition. There's nobody else that can offer what you offer. What would it be like if you really embraced you and what you know as this like super unique offering, no matter what it is that you do for your business, and gifted that to the world as the beauty and the difference that you be. And you may find that it creates enormous amounts of success and growth and money that are basically a byproduct of your choice to be different.